Welcome to my easy, soft, smoky eye tutorial, and I'll be finishing this off with a pink lip. Beginning with the eyes, I'm going in with this. It's like a medium tone brown eyeshadow and it's called Cappuccino. And I'm using this fluffy brush to apply with. So I've just swept that colour all across the lid and into the crease of the eye. I forgot to mention that I'd already prepped my eyelid with the eyelid primer. It's called Eye Sheer. And here I'm just softening off the edge of that eyeshadow. The next step here is to go in with this rich chocolate brown. It's called Dark Suede, and I'm using the same brush again for this. And placing that into the outer corner of the eye. And then when there's not much left on my brush, I move it across into the crease and towards the inner part of the eye. And then when there's really not much left on my brush, I blend that out so it's nice and soft. And I just want to richen that up or darken that up a little bit more in the outer corner. My next step now is to go back in with Cappuccino, the first colour we put on the eyes, and I'm going to go underneath the eye. And that's starting from the outer corner. We marry that up, the underneath, marry that up to the shading that we've just done on the top. And I take it all the way across, right to the inner there. And using Dark Suede, the darker brown, and applying that on just the outer corner of underneath the eye. I'm going to highlight underneath the brow with this Oyster colour. It's actually called Oyster, and it's like a pearly, almost like a white, but it's not really like a stark white. And because I am on the fairer side, I can use this colour as a highlight underneath the brow. If you're a little bit darker in the skin tone, this is probably going to come up too light for you. So just be careful that you don't go too light with that underbrow highlight. It's got to be in sync with your skin tone. And now using a smaller tipped brush and this colour which is called Allure, it's like a champagne colour, I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eye. Curl those lashes. And plenty of mascara. With the eyes now done, I'm moving in with my base and I'm starting with the primer. It's the Smooth Affair Facial Primer and Brightener. Firstly, I'm going in with the Liquid Minerals. This is a sheer to medium coverage foundation and I'm using the colour Radiant. I'm using my foundation brush. This will plump and hydrate the skin and provide a nice even coverage. Not a full coverage, you will still see a little bit of redness show through this, but then we'll go in with a powder foundation to finish off. So that's given my base a really nice starting point, and now I'm moving in with my under eye concealer, and I'm taking the darker shade from the Circle Delete And I'm going to just pop that underneath my eye area. And then gently blend that downwards. And setting that now with the PUREMATTE setting powder. This is a really nice light and consistency powder, so it's not going to leave the under eye area looking cakey at all, but it will set the under eye concealer so that it doesn't move. And now moving in with 2 shades of the powder foundation, one which is Warm Sienna and it has a bit of a yellow undertone, and this one which is called Suntan and it has a bit of a pink undertone. I'm using a little bit of the yellow because I've got quite a bit of redness on that central part of the face, and so that's going to really help to conceal that. And then this colour is a little bit more in line with my natural skin tone, so I'm going to combine the two. Beginning with the yellow first and popping that underneath the eye there and down the cheek. On my skin too, the yellow tone comes out a little bit lighter than the pinker undertone, and so it's going to actually also provide a little bit of subtle contouring. And moving in now with the Suntan, which is the more pinker undertone for the rest of my face. These powder foundations settle into each other so beautifully. I can actually wear quite a few shades in the range. They just seem to adapt almost to your skin. Right down the chin and the neck there, so that I am one colour all the way. I find a lot of people have a bit of a worry about using a powder foundation, that they're going to look very matte and that it will age you, but as you can see, these mineral powders have a natural glow to them, and you can actually add the hydrating mist if you want to go even more glowy and more dewy, but for today I'm going to leave it at this because I feel like it already has a beautiful glow to it. And moving in now for some subtle contouring, I'm using the Great Shape Contour Kit. And I'm going to take this darker colour first. And just tap off the excess on my arm there, just to make sure that this is going to be very subtle. And starting from the top of the ear there, and carrying that down along the cheekbone there, and up into the temples when there's not much left of my brush. See that gorgeous subtle shaping there that we've done to the face? It's beautiful. And now taking the blush colour from the contour kit and gently applying that to the cheeks. A little bit goes a long way, so I did again just tap off excess, and I'm going in very softly. So you'll find that the product will last a long time because of how pigmented it is. It's a beautiful rosy glow to the cheeks with that. I forgot to contour down the center of the nose, so I'm going to just add that in. I'm only going to put the most minimal of shading because I want it to look so natural. And I like to just go over the top with my powder brush, a little bit of powder, just to make sure that it's very well blended. I've purposely kept the cheeks quite subtle because I will be moving in with the bright pink lip, and I want to assess where my cheeks are at once I've got the lip on, and I just want to make sure that I don't go too much colour, so I'd rather add more if I need it than need to take it down once I put my lip on. And moving in with the brows now, I've got the first eyeshadow colour that we used on the eyes. It's called the Cappuccino, and an angle brush, and I'll also be brushing the brows into place as well. let's begin by giving them a good brush. Get all those hairs in the right direction. And now I'm going to pick up a bit of my eyeshadow. I like to actually start on the outer half of the brow because that's where I tend to lack the most hair. So I fill that in first and then I move into the inner part of the brow and add where I need to there. With the brows now done, let's move into the lips, and I have the Spice lip liner. It's a really nice lip liner that just kind of replicates the natural lip colour. And then I'll be adding this lip crayon in, this one's called Charming. It's a nice bright